The shadow spinning at my house. I never believed in ghosts. Not really. Until the night came for me. It started a few weeks after I moved into the house. A quiet place, nestled deep in the woods, far from the noise of the city. It was supposed to be a fresh start, a chance to be alone, to work, to breathe. The house itself was old, but strong. A two-story Victorian with a sloping roof and windows that stretched high into the walls, staring out into the thick, endless trees that surrounded it. The first thing I noticed was the silence. No traffic, no people, no hum of city life. Just the wind in the trees and the occasional call of some distant, unseen Kreaturen. For the first few nights, I slept better than I had in years. And then, the noises started. It began as a faint scratching beneath the floorboards. Soft, delicate, like fingernails scraping against wood. At first, I thought it was an animal, maybe a raccoon or some kind of burrowing thing that had made its home beneath mine. But the sound wasn't scurrying. It wasn't random. It was slow, rhythmic, like something trying to get out. I tried to ignore it. Until I heard the whispers. They came late at night, just as I was drifting off. Faint, distant murmurs rising through the floorboards. I couldn't make out the words, but the voices were low, hushed, like people whispering in another room, their breath stirring the air beneath my bed. I tried telling myself it was the wind. But then one night, they said my name. I barely slept after that. During the day, the house was normal, empty, quiet. But at night, when the sky turned black and the trees outside swayed like dark figures in the wind, the whispers would return. Closer. Clearer. Vino juretere. Let us in. I tried to laugh it off. Maybe it was stress. Maybe I was imagining things. But then, the door appeared. It happened 3 weeks after I moved in. I was in the basement, looking for the circuit box after a power surge. I had been down there before. I knew the layout. And yet, at the far end of the room, in the dim, flickering glow of my flashlight, I saw a door I had never seen before. It was small, wooden, wrong. The kind of door that shouldn't be there. So meeting in my gut screamed und openite. I should have listened. But I didn't. I reached out, turned the knob, and the moment the door creaked open, the whispering stopped. I expected to see a small empty space, but there was no room behind the door. No walls, no floor, just darkness. Thick, endless black, stretching deeper than the basement itself, like I was staring into a hollow void where light did not belong. Then, something moved inside. A shifting shadow. A figure too tall, too thin, its limbs unfolding in the dark. A single, pale hand reached out, long clawed fingers stretching toward me. And then it spoke. I've been waiting for you. I slammed the door shut. Nailed it closed. Left the basement. And I never went back down there. For a while, the whispers stopped. But the house wasn't quiet. Not anymore. The scratching returned, louder. Now it was coming from the walls. Then the ceilings. And then, from inside my bedroom. I barely left the house after that. I stopped answering calls. Stopped going outside. Because I knew. The moment I stepped away, they would come out. And they did. It was past midnight. I had locked every door, every window. I was alone. Or so I thought. Then I heard the creak. Not from the basement. Not from the floorboards. From my closet. The door was open. Just an inch. Just enough to see the dark space inside. And then I saw it. A figure. Tall. Thin. Watching. Its head tilted, its hollow eyes gleaming in the dim light. Grinning. I wanted to move, to scream, but I couldn't. Because suddenly, the whispers were right beside my ear. You let us in. I don't remember what happened next. I woke up the next morning in my bed, the closet door shut. Everything was normal. The house was silent. Too silent. Like it was waiting. And when I looked down at my hands, there was dirt beneath my fingernails. Like I had been digging. Or like I had crawled out of something. I tried to leave. I packed my things, threw them into my car. But as I reached the door, I saw it. A shadow. Standing at the top of the stairs. Watching. Waiting. And in the silence. I hørte was a mang door Krieg open. And the whispers began again. Closer. Clearer. We never left. And neither did I.